Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Cracks are Turning Problems into Solutions. This is me Priyasha Das, and today in this video we'll be solving the second question of this table based DI right now on your screen. This question or this entire set was being solved in three parts. This is the second part where I'll be doing the second question of this. Let us read the second question. Just for your reminder, this was the first question. So if you're coming to this video first, before going to that video, please check out the I button at the top or the description box or the first comment of this video, where you will get the link of the various other parts of this DI also, so that you can solve it together with this one. Now let us focus on the second question. The second question says, exactly in 2016 year, how much approximately did the total salary in thousands? Now note, the point which I am underlining are the important lines over here, because that will help me to get the value given to the candidates employed in the field of finance did exceed the candidates in the field of software. That means I have to make a comparison between the finance and the software people, and the salary which is given to the finance people is exceeding the software people. So basically what I need to do is find the difference. While finding the difference, I have to find it in thousands. Now it might happen that sometime you may miss the shot that what we have to exactly do. Are we just going to, like, let's look at the table first and determine. If I look at the table, I get this as my salary table, and in the salary table I clearly see that this is the software, this is the finance, and this is the 2016 row I was talking about. So these are the salaries I'm talking. Am I going to just subtract 9810 minus 8640 and get the answer? Not really. That's not so simple, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to check back our question again. The question says that over here we need to find out the total salary. Now when we are talking about the total salary, that means I need to know the number of candidates as well, because number of candidates multiplied with the average salary would actually give me the total salary, and after knowing the total salary I'll subtract it and get my answer, which will definitely be a huge big number. And then after getting that number I have to divide it by 1000 so that I get one of these options given. So let's go back and do some mathematics in the data interpretation table. Now these are number extensive questions, but the logic implied over here is really very simple. That's why I try to target these questions first when you are doing a question on the LRDI section or the quantitative aptitude section in XAT, which comprises of the DI questions, because around 8 questions are definitely there from the DI section in the quant part of XAT. And to secure a very high and nice percentile in the quant, you should focus on getting the DI correct. If you do that, you are definitely going to secure a nice percentile in the QA. All right. So if I get started with the numbers here, I need to first know the number of candidates who are appearing in the finance section in 2016. 32% of 1050. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss two ways of getting the answer. Way number one. Way number one is when we are using extensive calculations. Not really, I cannot say that it's not useful. It's definitely useful, and I'll show you how. 32% of 1050 can be written as 0.32, because of course if I divide 32 by 100, that will be 0.32. Multiplied with the total number of graduates in that year will give me the number of candidates. So this particular portion is giving me the number of candidates. I need the total salary, so I'm going to multiply this with 9810, which is the average salary of finance. Now this number can be easily calculated without even taking the decimals into consideration, and the reason for that is this 0 cancels off one position and this 0 cancels off the other position. That means now I can simply multiply 32 into 105 into 981. If you think your multiplication skills are great, then please go ahead and multiply these numbers. And what is the final number which you are going to get? You are going to get 3296 160. Now, another method of doing this is finding out the number of people or the number of graduates by using the percentage. So, in my previous video, I taught you how to split the percentage. Here, I'll again tell you the same thing, that 32% can be written as 30% plus 2%. So, 30% of 1050 will be actually 105 into 3, which is equals to 315, and 2% will be 1% plus 1%. 1% of 1050 is 10.5. So 10.5 into 2 is equals to 21. So if I add up 315 plus 21, I get the total number of candidates as 336. Now, if I multiply 336 with 9810, I will get back the same number. And I leave it up to you viewers to calculate this. Pause the video, calculate it on your own, and once you get the same number, resume this video. Now, there are two processes and we have discussed both the processes. Now, whatever data I calculated here was actually related to finance. So, this is the data of finance with us right now. We have to use the same process to get the data for the software as well. Now, in the software, the things which are different is the number of candidates changing. If you carefully observe, then yes, 20% of 1050 is what I need over here. So again, the same thing. If you want to do it by the normal process of ignoring the decimals, then you can simply take up this as 0.20 into 1050 into the average salary, and if I am not wrong, the average salary over there was 8640. So if I take 8640, I would be getting up my product as 1814400. The other method of doing it would be 20% of 1050. 1050, 10% is 105, and the double of 105 will be 210. So if you multiply 210 with 8640 also, you will get the same number. So we need not worry about this process. You can take any process which you feel comfortable in. Now this number and this number are going to be compared over here. So if I compare this number with this number and find out the difference, the absolute value, the difference will come out to be 1481760. I request all my viewers to again pause this video and subtract it and check whether your answer is matching with mine or not. Once you have subtracted and you get the same value back, replay this video and see how we are going to finalize our answer. Now, before finalizing my answer, I need to scroll down and show you the question. The question says, you see the options here? The options are in 4-digit numbers. And what was the part which I highlighted already? That the answer or the answer options will definitely be in thousands. So when the answer option will be in thousands, I need to divide my final answer by 1000. My final answer was 1481760, and when I divide it by 1000, I will be left as 1481.76. Now, in the beginning only, in the question under the notes section, it was mentioned that percentage graduate employed in the different fields is rounded off to the nearest integer. So if I round it up to the nearest integer, I see that my closest answer would be 1482. So we will confirm our answer as 1482 for this question. I hope you all understood how to do this question. The only interesting part in this question was to understand it properly and get the data and multiply. Rest all were really simple. Here's question number 3 at the bottom. So you can try the third question on your own and let me know if you are able to solve it or not. After this video, I'll be up with another video where I'll be discussing how to solve the third question. So until we meet again, please take care and thanks for watching. And don't forget to like this video. See you.